Hello there, you beautiful people. My name is Willow, and welcome back to Supreme Commander Forged Alliance Forever for a 4v4 team matchmaker played on the map Adaptive Gap of Plateau. And of course, today I am joined by the theatrical Thane of my FAF YouTube channel with a thunderous voice. His name is Thurnis Haley. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I also feel like half that is wrong, but I also don't know what Thane means, so I can't.
It's a holder of land, and you hold land on the Discord server, so shush.
Ah, okay, all right.
Some like medieval turn. I was just looking for a TH sound that was like some kind of title, so you got that. You're a Thane now. I'm gonna change
Perfect.
your Discord role to Salt Thane.
All right.
Of course, we have 8 players here, I almost said 4, ready to duke it out for your viewing pleasure. And of course, Thurnis, where are they and what teams are they on?
Team 1, we got on the north. They're the nice yellow colors, the one that I'm not going to be able to see at all. And Team 2 in the south, with the unreadable names.
As he so kindly pointed out, yeah, the yellow, the purple, whoever's made the TMM, can you like change it to where it's always like the light blue player? It's much easier to read. The yellow is very easy to read. I like that. But of course, let's get into player introductions. Starting with Team 1 in the north, we have ourselves an orange UEF going first land, and his name is Freedom _ and he is working on his hydro. As we move on to the east, another player working on his hydro, but he's much better because he has chosen the superior faction of Aeon and gone first land. What is his name, Thurnis?
This is Morax.
And then we can move on to the maroon Aeon. So many good choices being made here today with that first land factory. His name is none other than the Gingerbread Man. And he definitely can. As we move on to the last player for Team 1, a bright red Cybran going first and second land. And his name is Edgeth, or Edgeth. We're going to call him Ed. I don't know how to say his name, and it's like, you can't put a T and a J together. That doesn't make sense. And
what, you can't speak Eldritch?
I can't speak Eldritch. As we move on to the southern team, starting with the purple UEF going first land. What is his name? He's your good friend, isn't he, Thurnis?
Oh, this is he's my best friend. This is Balanced Slave, aka Grimplex, aka he's only Grimplex.
As we move on to the light blue Seraphim player, making a really bad choice today, going first land, already has his hydro done, and his name is Blowdeer. Then over to the northwest of him, working his way to the middle, already a very striking color of blue on that beautiful Aeon commander as he has gone first land. It is none other than Burning Firefly. And last but not least, a cyan Aeon, best color and faction. This man has made all the right choices, and his name is Strider. And with that, we have all of the players introduced. We can take a quick look at the map. The map does indeed have about 35-ish thousand reclaim, and most of that going to be here in the middle, where we do expect to see a lot of comms fighting. What's your opinion on this map, Thurnis?
Well, first of all, terrible. It's got sand. We don't like sand here. Other thing, there's too many choke points.
You didn't do
There's
the
a quote. Oh, yeah. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere.
I love that I actually baited you into doing it. But yeah, it's a sand map, so Thurnis immediately hates it. And of course, there are a lot of choke points, as he mentioned. But behind these choke points in the middle, if you can get past them, it's open territory. Lots of potential for run-bys, lots of potential for some raiding damage. Speaking of raiding damage, we have a T1 bomber coming out from none other than Grimplex, the highest rated man in this game. Is he going to let it land? Oh, noob mistake, letting the bomber... Oh, nope, it barely didn't touch the ground. Like many gamers, it did not touch grass. And of course... That's going to be making its way out to the front lines momentarily. We also see it flying over all of the commanders right now. Commanders making it into the middle. Blodier having a very harsh disagreement with the terrain there as he gets speed and range onto the commander. And yeah, what do you think about this early bomber, Thurnis? Do you think it's generally a good idea? I know you don't do it very often, and I know you really hate early bombers as it picks up its first blood.
They're always a great thing to do, but I always go for triple land, which might be a mistake on my part. How many NGs?
Ooh, that's gonna be 4.
Oh, that's juice.
So 5 total. In comes another bomb to pick up 3. And it's gonna come back around. There is an interceptor locked on. It's gonna go for some of this power.
Hover?
Yeah, he was trying to go for a hover bomb, I think. But overall, that's going to be a very efficient early bomber. Here in the middle, we also have some fighting breaking out. Burning Firefly going to eat some shots out of a Mantis, or mini Mantis, not a Mantis, and is going to go down to yellow HP, which is a little bit dangerous. We have to keep an eye here on the middle. There's always going to be a lot of comms here. Balance Slave and Morax are going to meet over here on this eastern front. But overall, you were saying...
range already done.
Yeah, already done for Blodier. Going to be a very dangerous commander coming out from this Seraphim player, especially considering nobody else even has an upgrade completed. Speed already started up for Gingerbread Man, and he has put himself in a relatively defensible location. But if Blodier can get around and start doing damage onto this, this could be big, could cancel that upgrade and really put this northern team onto the back foot. But Blodier, seeming like he wants to wrap around and help out Grimplex in dealing with Morax. Instead, though, does send his comm up to the north. Lots of units starting to show up for Ed. Not really anything similar happening on the southern side. So Ed right now, a very powerful force to be reckoned with. Also have a lot of units out from Gingerbread Man. And overall, that overcharge into that AA was very funny to me. I don't know why. Like, fuck you, AA.
Was that a static AA?
Yeah, it was a static AA.
Hey, it's free vet. Oh, that's free vet. Gotta love it.
Blodier now going to be encroached on by 4 different commanders. Ed, Freedom, Morax, and Gingerbread Man all in the area. Gingerbread Man now going to get range as quickly as possible, but Blodier already having these upgrades does mean this commander is very powerful, but all of these units pouring in is going to be very dangerous. Strider in a very compromised position. In fact, he may just be going down as a factory block comes out from Morax.
I don't see this as anything other than a 6-player explosion.
Yeah, it's looking very dangerous for a lot of the players here. Strider gonna start walking into Egypt. Into Ed there. Ed's units have finally dissipated, but Strider goes down, and Ed is down to 3,000 HP, and there's still fighting to be had, so we could see more death here. Bloom making it a little bit impossible to see exactly who is where and who is gonna die. But we will keep eyes on it. Gingerbread Man, Freedom, and Morax all going to start falling back a little bit here. Gingerbread Man finally getting involved in the fighting with his speed and range upgrades. Does have that Aeon speed and range, so it's a little bit more powerful with that extra 5 range compared to other commanders. And now Burning Firefly pushing forward. And overall, it's just looking a little bit dicey, especially for the southern team. They're already down a player. Surprisingly, this base goes over to Blodier. Actually, Blodier, not the highest rated player, so interesting to see that. Also, a huge run by up here in the north by Blodier. If he can keep eyes on this, that could be good. Could just send them around to this northern side, and there's nothing here. This is the soft underbelly of the northern team. Now Blodier stuck in a rough position, needs to start walking away, but there's so much terrain making life difficult. Grimplex just yeeting his comm out of here like, listen, I don't want to die, I can carry this if I live, is what he's probably thinking there. Meanwhile, Burning Firefly and Ed both in a precarious position. Ed wants to keep pushing, but Ed doesn't really, I guess, understand the situation he's in. As if he continues this fight, there's a good chance he just dies. Does eventually pull off. No mutual explosion happening there. Relatively light on the blood as far as things is concerned. Morax, though, very likely to go down here in the next minute or so with this commander on top of him. And Morax, I think, might be our next ejection here, unless Blodier and Morax decide to walk away, but no, Morax coming in with the Spectres. He wants to try and get the trade kill. Gets another volley off, but most of it misses. And Blodier gonna be able to walk away, but Gingerbread Man walking up from the back is gonna be able to get Blodier's comm. It's gonna be hard to see, but I think Blodier is gonna be the next player who gets ejected here with Gingerbread Man walking in. Blodier down to 2,000 HP and falling backwards. Gingerbread Man still healthy at 6,000. And meanwhile, over on the western side, Burning Firefly in a very dangerous position. He's gonna start losing a lot of HP due to these Mantis. He's down to 100 HP. He's almost dead. These Mantis just need to right-click on him, and he is gonna go down. He goes down. And now down to the south, Blodier in a much similar situation, but Gingerbread Man also very low. If Gingerbread Man dies or Blodier dies, they both die, and down goes 2 players. And with that, when the dust is all settled, no more commanders are close enough to each other to kill each other, and we're left in a 2 versus 1 situation with Ed and Freedom versus the combined efforts of one man, the myth, the legend, Grimplex. It's a 1v2, but I'm still not sure who to bet on, because we got a Titanic, a Goliath of a player down here in the south, and then we have 2 very high-level players in the north, but not quite on the level of Grimplex. What do you think of that early game, Thurnus?
Very heated. I think the gunships were a good call, but definitely should have waited for the comm explosion. Considering it was even his gunship, he knew he was going to explode one way or the other.
Yeah, but the gunships in the end did result in the kill onto Blodier. I mean, I guess he was dead either way due to the comms, but maybe there was a world where just enough micro to block the comm of Gingerbread Man could have happened. But in the end, a very, very bloody opener on both sides. Grimplex, in fact, going to pull back all these units, not going to decide to attack with them. Very interesting coming out from the purple UEF player. As Spectres over here on the eastern side going to quickly deal with any kind of units over here. We also have Flak and Asylums, Ascendants and Asylums coming out from Freedom. They're not really all that useful for attacking, but they can be used right now to try and protect the gunships by just using this Flak to kill off all the interceptors. And as the gunships keep running away, Grimplex knows this. He's going to try and avoid it, using these Janus as his best fighters available, but does need to get out of the area.
I always forget how good the Janus is as a fighter.
Yes, not mass for mass, but individually as a unit, it's the best non-ASF fighter. People will get confused and think it's the Swiftwind. No, the Swiftwind is the best mass for mass, non-ASF, non-T3 ASF, but individual fighters, Janus beats Swiftwinds.
Yeah, the Swiftwinds are good, but the Janus is a really good fighter too. Granted, cost differences.
Also, I really like the look because the Janus transforms when it goes from bomber to fighter. You can see it transforming there. The wings come kind of in and it becomes more sleek.
I don't know if that has an effect on movement, but I know it's a problem when you're trying to bomb something.
Yeah, it can be. As Stingers come in, and that's the only fighter bomber that transforms, isn't it? The Corsair doesn't. The Natha definitely doesn't. Leave it to the UEF to invent Transformers.
I just stoned out. What?
It's the only fighter bomber in the entire game that does transform like that. That has 2 different modes.
Yeah, it's the only air unit that does it.
Yeah, the Natha and the Corsair definitely do not. The Corsair, the only difference with the Corsair is when the Corsair is shooting up, its missiles are tracking.
They're not always tracking?
No, they're dumbfire when they fire at ground units. That's why you can dodge them.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, they're like
bombs versus fighter. Okay.
Yeah, don't they use the same rockets for both? They use rockets.
No,
I didn't know that.
They don't. They have like ASF style missiles.
Oh, okay.
They're not the same. They're red when they're going to the bomb for bombs, and then like ASF style or Sky Slammer style.
Okay. Jane is coming out. They're going to try and get some damage done, but these flak really hindering the aggression trying to come out from Grimplex. But Grimplex definitely sitting on more interceptors. These Swift Winds could be huge, but there's only 4 of them, and they're massively outnumbered.
Yeah, Swiftwinds do not trade mass efficiently with Inties.
Yeah, but they cost so
better.
much more than Inties. So
They're the only Tech 2 unit that can catch a strat.
all more reason to play Aeon Thurnis.
No. I like the GC. I don't need any other units for it. Too much micro for me. I end up with too many bases too many times.
Blaze is over here on the west, gonna be shooting down some strikers. And overall economies right now, Grimplex is sitting pretty. He is ahead economically. Meanwhile, Freedom and Ed behind economically, but ahead in APM. And what matters more than APM? I would argue nothing.
I don't know. As far as I know, Grimplex has a bottomless tap of APM.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. You think he's taxed, and then he's taxing you.
Yeah, and then over here to the east, we do see some Ilshivas, very dangerous units coming out. Would love to see him try and get some kind of raiding damage done. I don't know how much intel he has. I think he's severely lacking on that front. Yeah, right now for Grimplex, the map is dark and full of terrors. He just doesn't know where the enemies are, and it's really hampering him. I think if he had more intel, this would be an obvious decision to go forward. Or if he had more intel up here, that was an obvious decision just to push in with all those units that were
Strat Bomber and Harbs.
And yes, we have T3 coming out from both of the northern players in some form. But do we have anything on the southern side that can answer this? Does look like T3 is on the way, but he's just going to have to eat some damage. These Janus need to turn and fire, turn and fire, turn and fire! You'd think they'd be good at that since their entire motif is fire. But right now, the Strat Bomber coming in. Oh, beautiful bomb taking out 2 separate T2 mexes. Right here does hit a T3 mex, which is a little bit unfortunate, meaning that it's not going to get too much value off of that. Only 1 T2 mex. Another T2 mex coming down. T1 AA, it's flying over it. Needs to be careful not to get caught out by all of these units. Swiftwinds came in and dealt with all those Janus, though. And the Strat Bomber can cake another bomb, and this is going to be some dead Ilshivas. Ooh, the painful strike right there, and 47 kills and 2 ranks of veterancy. I think that he could have gotten a little bit more, but he is flying right back into the Interceptor Cloud. And that's going to be a dead strat. That should be a dead strat. Grimplex, why isn't that a dead strat?
He didn't click it. How sad.
Oh. Wow.
Well, just like that, he went from a 30 mass advantage to a 30 mass disadvantage.
Yeah, that was not very pretty, but he does have a lot of reclaim, and as long as he can get rid of this Strat Bomber, he'll be in an okay position. Another 2 T2P mexes going down. Bomb coming in, gonna try and get rid of some of this build power on the factory and a T2P gen.
It killed
the ASF. Oh no, it's a disaster. Another ASF comes out. But that was painful to say the least. And we have T3 land, Harbs starting to come up for Grimplex. He's going to be able to respond to this attack coming in on his front door, but now he is behind economically compared to his foes. And we have a huge fight now ensuing here in the middle. Lots of T1s still involved, but I have a feeling that once these armies die, the T1 is going to be all but forgotten. A relic of the past, if you know what I mean. These are
100%.
remnants of a foregone time, as Ilshiva's gonna die to Harbingers. I love watching that.
Strikers do not trade well with Harbs.
Yet nothing T1 trades well with Harbs. It's not like Percy's, where you can kind of just throw enough T1 and it'll work. The Harbs can just keep walking away and kill you.
Yeah, the Harbs are nice and quick.
Yeah,
They
they're
got
quick. They got a quick fire rate. They're kind of the opposite of the entire Aeon's motif. Like every other tier, every other setup, it's big old alpha damage and slow projectiles and relatively slow movement. And then the Harbinger and the Blaze just break that mold by being both fast, having a lot of range, and shooting real quick.
The Aeon Navy also completely breaks that.
The
No,
Aeon
wait,
Navy?
I'm
the
sorry. The Aeon Navy does.
It follows
I heard.
it.
Hold on. I'm having an aneurysm.
Okay,
Forget
well,
everything I said.
yeah, the Aeon Navy embodies it more than any of the other ones, except for maybe the Beacon, but none of the frigates fire slow.
No.
Yeah, like the Torrent, even, you could argue, it fires a lot really quickly, but it has a huge reload time, so it's kind of huge alpha. But most
I'd
of what...
call the Torrent high alpha.
Yeah. Yeah, considering it's, what, 3 missiles to kill a T3 max? It's ridiculous.
No, I don't think it's like that.
I'm pretty sure
I think it pretty much just fires fast governor missiles, but like 16 of them.
No, they have more alpha than the Governor, for sure.
Governor?
Go look it up. Go look it up. You have a second monitor. Or you have your monitor. Go look it up.
I can do it. We can do this.
Oh, man. Getting live statistical updates from my color commentator.
Right. Let's see. Gotta read. Oh, that's not my specialty. Well, alright. Yeah, Jesus, no, you got me saying it with the M.
Governor?
Yep. Governor. The Governor
Governor?
has 120 DPS with 300 per missile. It's called a Serpentine.
Oh, that's just the missile that comes out of the tactical missile launcher, then.
Yeah, Serpentine Tactical Missile Rack. I like that. Times 2, 200 DPS, 800 damage. So, yeah, it does 1,600 damage per hit, pretty much.
Yep. Which means that it's, for a T3 Mex, it is 3 missiles. I was right.
Well, 3...
3 depending on faction. Cybran, it's 3.
3 depending on if one of the salvos gets shot down. Because technically we're talking about boats on a sand map.
Well, don't you like boats? And you hate sand, so this should be your happiest moment.
You know what? You're great. I would give this map another 10 points in the Thurnus book if it was just green.
How many
red.
points does it need to be a good map? Because if it's only 10 points for it being green...
So, right now, this map is like a 20 on a scale of 100. It would be like a 30-35 if it was green.
Okay. Well, back to the game, because we like to get sidetracked here with our co-casts. We have a lot of Harbingers now building up for both sides. We have T3 Air. Things have kind of stabilized. Team 1, of course, ahead on Eco after not having to take too much economic damage and really taking about half the map, while Grimplex is stuck with about a third. And we do have a run-by over here. Doubt it's going to do anything. There's already a Harbinger in place that... Wow, that's traversable? Harbinger just doesn't give a fuck. He just walked right over this.
Well, look at him. He's got 4 legs.
Not 4 legs.
He can scale whatever he wants.
Do you think the robots make fun of each other based on how many legs they have? Like, you know how people are like, haha, 4 eyes. Haha, 4 legs.
Maybe.
The Monkey Lord.
It's either 2 legs or 4.
The Monkey Lord and the Bouncer get bullied a lot.
Oh yeah. Does the
They
Bouncer
both
have
have
6 or
6.
8?
Is 6.
And
And everybody makes fun of the Hoplite because it has 5.
oh, hold on. We can't forget about the Salem. The Salem's got 6 legs.
Yeah, damn Cybran with
Wait,
all their
no.
legs.
Doesn't it have 6? It's either 6 or... I don't know.
It's really satisfying watching these Aeon fights. Just saying. There's so many missiles flying through the air at any given time.
You can tell which side's winning because there's the less shields.
Yeah. Watching the Harbinger move from far away is so derpy.
I think watching anything move from far away is derpy. But
yeah,
it's
when you get close,
running.
like, it makes sense. And then whenever it's far away, it's like, I'm gonna throw my legs around.
It's like, don't worry, guys, I'm coming.
It's doing the do-si-do.
Ooh, air fight.
Air fight.
Oh no, half of that is interceptors.
Yeah, that's very deceptive. Yeah, Grimplex not... Well, I don't know. These last couple of turns have been really good for Grimplex. Oh my lord. Is he really going to come out even on a fight he had no right... He's going to win a fight he had no right to win.
The Inties absorbed so many shots that his ASFs weren't touched until they were all gone. Oh.
Also, I do
pain.
love how close these fights were. That was like 5 ASF to 3, and then the Harbinger fight that was happening underneath it ended up with 4 to 3. Like...
Tech 1 carpet bombing.
Oh, Tech 1 carpet bombing. Oh, so satisfying.
It's beautiful.
It's only satisfying because they were Aeon.
It's not UEF. It's less satisfying. The Zeus is my least favorite Tech 1 bomber. It's just eh.
In comes the bombs. The bombas. Also, I really love the juxtaposition. On this side, you see Grimplex, he's like, okay, I have a bunch of Harbingers, and then, like, everything else is T1. And then on this side, he's like, Harbingers only. It's like the new... It's only Harbingers, the new website.
Oh, you just threw me for a loop there.
You haven't casted with me for a while, so I can just do... It's so much easier than it was when we were casting, like, weekly.
Only Harbs.
Only Harbs, yes. Somebody quick, get on that. Make an Only Harbs site. I'll sign up.
Nah, call it Only Sprites instead after the Sprite Striker. Sounds better.
Only Sprites sounds like a site where you, like, buy and sell, like, game sprites from the Nintendo.
First of all, I don't even know what that means.
Like Mario, the old school Mario, the Pixel Mario, the name for what Mario is, like the asset that actually is Mario, it's called a game sprite. Don't ask me why. Yeah, I don't know why.
You see, I don't know enough about the technical stuff.
I don't know either, I just know some of the terminology. Because I did pixel art for a while. Like, at one point I was gonna do a pixel art version of my avatar, but it was too high resolution and I got fucking tired of it. Like, I could have done it, but eh. Also...
Oh.
Hi.
I like it. There's really nothing to stop that.
Yeah, do you like this tracking shot, Thurnus?
It's beautiful.
You know what's funny? We really haven't missed anything, and we've barely talked about the game. Like, we could be talking about how, reclaim-wise, the reason that Grimplex is actually ahead economically, he's gotten more total mass because he's reclaimed more than triple his opponents. Or almost triple. No, not quite triple. Never mind, I can't do
that's
math.
just
double.
It's like double.
But he's
Almost
ahead.
double.
He's got more mass total. And overall, he's also matching almost... Yeah, this is total mass. Team 1 has
one big
340,
base scales. Yeah, one big base scales better than two smaller.
Yeah, so he is building a GC.
Oh, look at that thing.
It really is a beautiful model on the highest settings. Too bad back when they launched this game, nobody got to see this, you know? Nobody. In 2007, nobody was running this game at this high fidelity. You were lucky if you had medium.
No one could run it.
We have units marching on forward. This Monkey Lord about to run into a huge army of T1 and T2.
However many DPS it is, that thing is just eating the Auroras with its artillery.
I'm pretty sure... I'm not 100% sure, but I think it literally one-shots Auroras. I think it does more than 155 damage.
Does it? I have no idea.
I mean, I can actually check this one for us. Torpedo, microwave, missile system,
225 times
150. It's 2 shots because the Aurora has 155 HP.
It's not the heavy electron bolter? 225 times 2?
I was saying one individual shot because they can shoot at different things.
Yeah. Each one does 255. I think you were looking at their AA.
Okay, maybe I was. I saw 150 damage. Is the AA
Yeah, I
150?
think that's the AA.
Okay.
That's the AA.
In come a bunch of stingers and a ton of units trying to take down this Monkey Lord. Monkey Lord losing HP at a fast clip due to all of the units firing into it, but just not fast enough, it would seem. I think these stingers are doing more than anything else.
So much
Down to 2/3 HP, and the Harbingers critically have cut off from the force. Everything dove the Monkey Lord, and he used that as a distraction to get the Harbingers in, to get damage done to the economy.
Big brain moves. Oh, the Stingers just switch targets, though.
Yeah, but you did get a mech that was 99% to T3. That's gonna hurt.
Pain.
Not as much as you would think, considering he's on like 500 eco right now, but still. As the
that GC
Monkey
in the
Lord
background.
pushes in the GC up to higher. I mean, the GC has a higher percentage health than the Monkey Lord right now, so.
Yeah, fair, but keeps pushing through. Might not finish in time.
And in comes the Monkey Lord. All of the stingers come in. That Monkey Lord's HP gonna start falling off like weight when you're on Slim Fast. Monkey Lord's gonna get in. I'd like it to stop and fire at mexes. Get more veterancy. You need it right now. Yeah, it's gonna stop. It's gonna try and get some of these mexes.
Max.
I don't quite think so. Is it? Oh, it is.
It is.
55,000. And down goes the Monkey Lord.
Oh,
GC.
GC's done.
Monkey Lord goes down. Can't get the right camera angle to get the GC behind it, but you know what I was trying to do there. And these Harbingers managed to make it into the backline, and how much economic damage was done? He was over 400 mass a second.
Ooh.
He just lost 100 mass a second worth of eco. And that
I think he lost almost 200.
Almost 200, and that firmly puts him over 300 mass a second behind. He has to start getting damage done, and it has to happen yesterday.
Well,
As Freedom finishes up a GC.
Ooh.
A GC over here. Its first priority is to get this reclaim field under Allied control. Trying to keep the Monkey Lord off screen so we can get an accurate count. 28,000 with the Monkey Lord off screen, and with it on screen closer to 70. That is his saving grace right now. This reclaim field is his way back into this game. He just needs to hold it, but he's going to have to contend with the fact that there's going to be a GC and Harbingers pushing on this flank very soon. I'm very surprised to not see any aggression up here on this northern quadrant from Grimplex. If he could just push around this northern side, it could be a very powerful attack.
Yeah, there is nothing defending that side of the map at all.
I mean, Harbingers can respond, but it pulls them away from your side of the map is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If he can get up another GC, and he's going to have one really quick, I'd love to see this GC just immediately bolt north and try and get into the base.
I don't know if it has that option. Doesn't look like...
But also, that
I don't
GC
know.
is going to finish very soon, and I want to get the anime... Oh, he's reclaiming
He's reclaiming it.
That's a mistake.
What? What's he building? Is that a Tsar? No, what is he doing with that?
He's not building a Tsar. I think he just wants the mass for something else. He's going to
could
build a nuke.
Alright. Interesting.
He scouted and saw no anti at 31 minutes. That's a sin!
Well, I mean, I would do that.
I think it's a sin. I think that when you're at this level, or when you're at any level above about 1200, you need an anti-nuke before 30 minutes. You just do it for safety.
I've been killed by nukes like that because I'm an idiot.
You're just greedy, and that's why you're an 1800 and I'm not. Because I'm not greedy,
Hey,
I'm worried.
Look,
I'm a worry.
if I don't have to invest in an anti, that can go into an experimental or more bricks.
He's wishing he would have
could
finished
really
that
use that second GC though.
I know, yeah.
I would have preferred a second GC.
But he's
But the mass
Grimplex.
disparity.
He's Grimplex. Come
I know.
on. We know this man. We know what he's capable. He still doesn't know there's a GC and it's walking in.
Oh no.
He still doesn't know that that's a GC. He can maybe
he
guess.
should just be able to tell.
Oh wait, you
see
can
the
zoom
trends.
in
He
and you can see the
definitely
trends.
knows. And I know he doesn't have no shake on, so he knows there's an experimental.
Oh yeah, I play with Shake On too, but that's just because I like eye candy. I play with
This
Shake
man
On,
has
I play with
told me.
Bloom On. I'm like the antithesis of what you should do, apparently.
This man has told me he zooms in on bases that are unscouted and sees if there's shaking going on. He knows there's a GC
They
done.
both went for a nuke. He's investing in a
great.
nuke and not an anti-nuke.
Oh. But Grimplex doesn't know where the nuke is, so he
and
can't
Burning
counter nuke it.
Firefly already pointed out where the nuke is.
Oh yes, he does.
Wait, can you tell if it's a nuke based on? No, it's always the same. I get they must
No,
just be guessing.
hover. Yeah, no, hover over that. Hover over that mark. They know that's a nuke. That's been scouted.
Yeah, I know
Otherwise
they
you
know.
wouldn't be able to
Oh,
do
it has been scouted. Okay, I'm an idiot. And the push down here to the south, the GSE and the Harb's out of position because there's a huge Harb army to the north. We may have to go to split screen for this one.
Oh no, he doesn't have it. It doesn't look like he has enough to stop either push.
He's
On the GC that was being reclaimed is quickly being rebuilt.
No, the GC that was being reclaimed did get reclaimed. It was right here.
Oh, it was completely gone?
Yeah, he completely reclaimed it. That's just a new one he's building.
Oh.
And he's building it so quick because he has 500 mass a second again. Remember when we were talking about how, oh no, he fell down to 200 mass a second? That was like not long ago, and he's back up to 500.
Yeah, but the enemy team's at 800, so it doesn't feel good.
But he's going to have a nuke done, and there's no anti-nuke, and that's going to be a lot of mass right here. Because we know he's going for the air grid.
Well, he should probably be going for the nuke.
No, he's already built an anti.
Oh.
Let them waste mass on it.
I would hit the base that has all the land production and the mass fabs. That's so much mass income that could just disappear.
Yeah, but also, how much do you value air control?
If I have more mass, I can build more air. That's the way I see that.
If you have more air factories and power, you can build more air.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's a balancing act. I think him nuking any of these 4 bases is pretty good. This would be the worst, but
I think
even
the
then.
red bases would be way less value than either the two are. Is that orange? I think it's orange. Looks tan. I'm gonna say orange.
It's orange.
All right. It looks like the same color as the sand. Well, with two
Alright.
GCs on the field,
These harbingers aren't
there's
pushing
no
in,
question
so-
of who wins that bottom side.
Yeah, the
With the
GC is
delicious
the
tractor
GCs
beams
are
that
gonna
outwork.
yeah, the GCs are just gonna scoop up all those asylums.
They've separated.
But they're not gonna fight anymore. They're not gonna continue fighting. Another GC has been started up. Honestly, if he can somehow stockpile like 4 GCs, I don't think his opponents can beat him.
Are there any experimentals going up anywhere?
There's a
It didn't
GC
look
up here
like-
to the
another
north.
GC.
There's a GC going up for Ed.
Ooh. We got more here.
Nope, no more here. These are gonna take off. He's helping the nuke. I'm sure
We have
after
a
the nuke
giant
is done.
wall of oblivions.
Wait, where?
Top left base. Not top left. I'm sorry. Grimplex top left base. Just so many.
They're getting reclaimed.
Oh, I would have kept him there. But what do I know?
He built them out of fear of this, and I think he feels he can defend now that he has 2 GCs.
He
And he wants the mass.
Yeah.
Well, he only reclaimed 5 of them.
Is that nuke loaded? How
Nuke.
close are we? Oh, it's so close.
Nuke is loaded.
Oh, come on. Fire it. Okay, well, at least he knows it's done.
I'm gonna stay here. He's gonna have to fire it at some point. He's trying to get Scout out. He wants to see if there's an anti. There apparently is an anti.
Willow has pinged an SMD. That GC is just flying up.
Yeah, that GC is gonna be done real quick. Oh, nuke launching.
Oh, where are we going? Where are we dropping?
You know what my favorite thing to do is you can get a beautiful tracking shot if you just do this and stay a bit zoomed in. Because the nuke will fly over you.
Oh, that's so cool.
But watch, it's gonna track across the map.
Does it zoom out, or is that you zooming out?
That's me zooming out.
Does it land? And where? You're right, the air grid. Goodbye, air grid.
Kaboom!
The beautiful pink explosion. It's my second favorite explosion.
And in comes the giant GC fight. We're missing nothing here. These players timed it out perfectly. 2 GCs on 1. It goes one way.
Oh, and there's the GC in the background. Everything's perfect.
Honestly, it looks like he may just end this with 3 GCs versus no GCs.
We'll see. This is his land base. If this gets completely leveled, there might be problems. I know they have no air, but they still have full land production.
It looks like his GC just won the fight against the other GC on that right side.
Did they get his SMD, though?
They did not. Not even close.
They didn't? Okay.
Yeah, it's back here.
I'm disoriented.
I know. They did get one of the GCs. Strategic launch detected. That's coming out of this northern base. And it's going to get shot down. Anti-nuke is loaded and within range.
Wow.
So
I just realized
with
something.
that,
I can hear... I'm sorry.
No, go on.
I was going to say, I can hear everything except strategic launch detected. I didn't hear it either time. I hear game, I hear the music, I hear the shooting.
That's strange.
Wait, I don't think I hear the shooting. Zoom in on the harbs. No, I hear it. Okay. That's weird.
Well,
That's
we're
really
in a
weird.
fun situation where all 3 players are spamming GCs as if their life depends on it, because it very well does. And also, Grimplex just casually going to throw together an emissary at the same time.
Yeah, he threw down an entire GC's worth of mass into that emissary.
Wouldn't it be wild if the
close.
GC had sacrifice?
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, just think about it for a second. You build like 5-6 GCs for defense or whatever. If they don't win the game, as long as you can get them back to your base, you can build a Paragon.
Oh my god. That's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want it. Oh no, that GC just dies.
And
Or purple GC.
yeah, we'll go ahead and get the HP bars back up, but Grimplex losing his GC. It's going down pretty quick. He does have another GC that can walk up and kill off Orange's GC, but a red GC just finished up. You can see it walking in the background there.
Yep. He's probably gonna have another one by the time. No, that's a Czar.
Yep,
That's not a quick response. That's not good.
If he... It feels like he's stretching his
Casually
economy
building
a
a
lot.
Tsar, a GC, and an emissary at the same time. Okay, except his reclaim is absolutely sky high.
Yeah, he's reclaimed a Maver.
That's more than a Mavor. That's a Paragon. That's just shy of a Paragon.
That's why I said Maver and not Paragon.
You could make up that difference real quick with the other GC wreck.
Or these
Oh,
two.
the other two. Yeah, there's two there. There's one in the southern base still.
There's a fight about to ensue right here. I mean, I guess that's why he's building all of this at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you gotta spend them. Oh, that doesn't look good.
I think it's fine.
Bet he wishes he had those 5 Oblivions right now.
They would have been over here. They wouldn't have been useful. But now he has 2 GCs on this front, but has to be worried about this eastern front where he still has a GC. He just has GCs. They just exist.
They're just there. Another red experimental. Assuming it's a GC.
You'd be right.
We
One
have a
monkey
game ender
board,
going
1,000 GC.
No, we have
Nope.
a Zarcute.
I feel like Grimplex, he needs to take a decisive air fight at some point. Because he's building the Tsar.
Otherwise, that Tsar does nothing.
And the Tsar is done. It's going to come out. 2 GCs against each other right here.
He's just gotta put it on that land force. God, it's just so big compared to everything else.
The ASF about to come in.
Is he ready for the air fight?
GC coming in over here on the eastern side. That's very dangerous. That emissary almost assuredly not going to finish, but
Nope.
if it,
Especially
if it
with
tanks
his own
the bullet
Tsar
for the
dropping on
SMD,
top of it. Grimplex just handedly lost that air fight. Oh no.
Oh no, another GC finishes up.
That went up lightning quick.
Yeah, he needs to...
Well, the other 2 GCs somehow died.
He has so much reclaim. He managed to keep the SMD alive, but the issue is over here. That's the issue.
Bizarre.
Yeah. How does he deal with the Tsar? I
No
mean, he's
air
still...
control.
Despite being the only player with T3 air factories, he has no air control. Like, he still hasn't gotten his HQ back to T3.
Yeah, alright, you just had me super confused. I was like, yeah, of course he's the only player with air factories. He's the only player.
I meant in the entire game.
Yeah, I didn't...
Never
no,
mind,
he's
there
the
is
one there.
one T3 air HQ over here. But, like, 2 T3 air factories versus, like, what? He has, like, 6 or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5
He
is
has
still...
no assistance on.
No assistance?
Those are building NGs.
He's building more air factories with this.
Oh, it's just a line.
Yeah. There's just casually 3 dead GCs right here.
Yeah, very casual. What's the numbers here? Oh no,
What
the
do you
Tsar's
mean?
done. Reclaim numbers. There's got to be close to 100k there. If not over.
Almost 200.
Way over. Sure, if we zoom out a little more, it's going to be 200.
No, not really.
Nope, never mind.
Nothing's...
It's all just
Everything
right there.
has died right here. Also, that's a
Oh,
Tsar.
his Tsar is almost completely reclaimed.
Yeah, but I think the game's over.
Oh, that's just... he's going to die. The Strat Bombers alone would crack through that. Yep.
SMD goes down, launch comes out, Tsar gonna lock on to presumably the comm. And I think that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for joining me, Thurnis. Thank you to the channel members and Patreons who support this channel. Thurnis is both, by the way, so you all got to get on his level. You all are all so beautiful. If you want to support this channel in that way but don't want to have a monthly payment, there's always super thanks. It's a little heart icon below with the $sign in it. You can do a donation and your comment will get highlighted. You all are beautiful. Thurnis, what do you want to say to the people before we head out?
Fuck you, pay him.
And like and subscribe. You all are beautiful. This is Willow.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Signing off.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the